All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even put my screen on. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ironwood Online. My name is Noah Hansen, the man, the myth, the legend, and I will be your host again this week. Once again, with us today, we have Grace Buckner. Grace, you're here, right?
I'm here.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go.
I'm
I
here.
was gonna say, awesome, awesome, awesome. So we have a pretty exciting day up ahead of us. It's gonna be a little shorter than last time, but we guarantee that we have still some good content to go over. So we got a lot of updates on what's going on today at Ironwood. We will be having Maddie on to talk. Some of you know Maddie. She was a junior counselor for a couple of years. She's always around the ranch. We love her. Everyone loves her. So we'll get to talk to her in just a minute. But um, actually we'll just get to her right away. Does that sound good, Grace? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Sounds good. I see David Shelby in the chat. Hello. Huzzah. While we're doing this, make sure that remember that you can ask questions to Maddie, and I will answer. And well, I won't answer them, but I'll give them to Maddie so that she can answer them. And also, while this is going, I would appreciate if you guys could share your favorite Ironwood memory in the comments, and I'll go through at the end, and I'll be sure to share those. Also, David Shelby, fine, you can get a shout out. Thank you for being here today. So, without further ado, I think we're gonna bring Maddie on. So, Maddie, are you here?
I'm here.
Awesome. All right, it's good to see you, Maddie. I'm sure Grace has a couple questions for you. So, Grace, if you want to fire away, you can go for it.
Yeah. Let me pull up my questions here because I can't always remember them. Okay. So, Maddie, how are you?
Good. How are you, Grace?
I'm good. I asked you earlier what you've been doing all day today. It's just school, right? School, school, school.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. So, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today. And I'll be doing kind of a devotional at the end of this too, just addressing some of the reality of what it's like being in this quarantine and the stay at home has been extended and there's a lot of people who are just blah. Um, so I just want to us to be able to share and see what is going on with everyone else and if you're experiencing similar things, but maybe that's not your week. I don't know. So if you could describe in 3 words what your week has been like so far, what would those 3 words be?
Well, my week has been a little bit stressful. I'm getting the hang of doing distance learning, and I'm getting ready to finish my freshman year online.
Mm,
Um, it's been a little bit challenging. I don't generally learn well online, so I'm getting the hang of doing learning an entirely different way. But it's
mhm,
also been pretty structured, so I've been having to work on being organized and knowing what I have to do and when I have to do it, and just making sure everything works out so that my brain doesn't completely explode. And I'm just kind of putting time in there for myself to just kind of wind down and
mhm,
yeah. So
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. And so, what kinds of things, or what ways do you cope with those different changes?
Well, I've been communicating a lot with my friends. I
Mhm,
find myself texting people like every single day to
mhm,
just check in with them and just see how they're doing. So,
mhm,
I've been talking to them a lot, and I've been spending a lot of time outside with my dog and just kind
mhm,
of walking around, and being able to go outside's been really nice. Since I
mhm,
can't be with my friends, it's just been nice to be by myself and just walk. And I've been appreciating like being at home with my family since I
mhm,
can't leave. We've been appreciating each other's company since it's really rare that we're all at
mhm,
home together. So it's been
mhm,
nice to just be with them and just do things together that we wouldn't normally have time for. So
mhm. Yeah, it's awesome. And so then, given that probably there's, I mean, all the students are kind of in the same, everyone's doing online learning and getting used to it and just wrapping their minds around what day to day life looks like right now. If you could give a message to all of your peers, which you now have the opportunity to do, what would that message be?
Probably to just stay positive. Like, we're all going through the same thing right now, and it's not just one person going through it by themselves. So just continually having a good attitude and just like staying positive can be really helpful because there is a lot of negativity right now with what's going on, and it's not really helping and it's not making anything better. So if you can just be one of those people to like find the bright side and just find something to be happy about every day, that can be really helpful. So
Awesome.
All right,
Thank
Maddie.
you, Maddie.
Thank you so much. We have a Excuse me. I'm sorry, everyone who is listening. I had a couple burps. I'm enjoying myself a Pepsi Wild Cherry while this is going on. So, Maddie, we have a couple questions, or just one question, specifically from David Shelby. David Shelby asks, "What is your go-to quarantine snack?"
Ooh.
That's a good question, David. Probably Pringles. I've been munching on a lot of Pringles in the last couple days.
A lot of Pringles.
Oh yeah. I've had a couple containers in my room so that I'm the only one in my family that gets to them. So they're my go-to for when I'm cooped up in my room doing homework all day.
You gotta protect. You
Yeah.
gotta protect what you love. Gotta keep them in your
Gotta
room. Gotta
protect the
keep them
Pringles,
safe.
man.
Yeah, gotta protect the Pringles. Hashtag protect the Pringles. 2020. We love
I love
that.
it.
Okay, so thank you very much, Maddie. It was good to see your face. It was good to talk to you today. So
Thank you.
hopefully you'll have a good rest of your day. And thanks for all you do with helping with Ironwood Online, and we appreciate that a
No
lot. So,
problem.
all right, we will see you around then. Oh, David
Bye.
says Pringas also. So
Oh,
thanks,
okay.
David.
Thanks,
Very
David.
nice.
Mhm.
Okay, so Grace, if you wanna come back on here, we'll
Yeah.
get to um, I guess the next thing on our Danielle
Mhm.
also says that Pringles are good. So
Mhm.
we got that.
Mhm.
Everyone's supporting the Pringles decisions. So let's see what's up next on our list today. So we have a couple news. We could do this like Ironwood News Minute. I don't really have like a
Yeah.
like Ironwood News Minute. This is
That's perfect.
this is CNN. Noah Hansen, Ironwood Springs. So we have a congratulations to the Bayshore family on a new family member. So
Yeah.
yeah, what was the
So,
name? You want to go?
what is the name
That is a good
of the
question. I feel like a terrible
hang on,
person.
hang on.
It's
Okay,
okay.
I can figure it out while we explain who this baby is. So, if you know either our director, the Ironwood Springs executive director, Tracy Bayshore, or you might know his son, Craig, who was a program staff and counselor this last summer. Tracy is a brand new grandpa. It's not Craig's baby. It's not
Not
Craig's.
Craig's baby. A good
Just to
important thing
clarify,
to just to clarify.
it's his brother's. Um, but Craig is now an uncle, is what I'm trying to say.
Very exciting.
That's really
Yes.
exciting.
Maybe don't go
Um,
calling Craig Uncle Craig. I don't know if you'd appreciate that, but
right,
it would be. He is an uncle, so
right.
maybe I
Hang
will
on.
call him that.
Okay. The baby's name is oh, Sebastian.
Sebastian. Aw,
That's so
that's cute. I love that.
so cute.
Okay. Also, we've got. Just wanted to shout out Jesse Torres for popping in. Thank you for joining the live today.
Jesse.
I appreciate that very much. So, next up on our thing is the wheelchair sports camp has gone virtual.
Mm-hmm.
Grace, do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So I will preface this by saying that right now, Wheelchair Sports Camp is the only camp that has made any specific decisions about how it's only camp at Ironwood that's made any decisions about how it's going to proceed this summer. But because they are early in June and it's going to be uh, a population that's more vulnerable to health complications, they've decided that it's not going to be on site, but they're going to move forward with a virtual camp.
Okay.
And Blanche, one of the guys that I'm sure you know, Noah, who leads it,
Oh yeah.
actually does a lot of online coaching.
Oh yeah.
And so they're gonna, yeah, they're gonna do a virtual camp. So that's kind of an interesting. I'm really excited to see how it's going to go.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
That will be
so
exciting.
yeah,
I'll have to tune in. Maybe we'll get them on Ironwood Live. Who knows? We'll find out.
yeah, yeah, that would be great.
So,
And then
yeah.
I want to add to that.
Yeah, you go.
There are no major updates right now with the youth programs. Um, everything's still kind of in place until we get more information. So I don't have anything to share with that, but I guess what I want to share is that we're thinking about it. We're constantly watching and seeing how things evolve and are going to make the best decision that we can. And I am committing to serving our youth community, however that needs to look like this summer. So we'll keep you posted.
Sounds great.
But right now, everything is still on the calendar.
Awesome. Phenomenal. We'd love to hear it. So, next up, we have a hello from the Ironwood Animals. So we got a couple pictures that I want to throw up on the screen very quickly. Let's see. My first one is titled Birds. These are the birds of Ironwood. We've got a couple chickens up here looking all nice with the crests, and I don't know the parts. Giblets, is that part of a chicken? I don't know, but they're looking pretty snazzy. We also got a peacock, rare spread of the feathers. We'd love to see that. Whenever I'm down there, all the peacocks do is scream at me. So it's very interesting to see them doing something besides. Are these new animals, or are these from last year as well? Do you know?
No. So I got those because there was a recent. If you're also on Facebook, you would have seen these. But I know that a lot of the college students and campers aren't on Facebook, or at least follow it.
Mhm.
So they posted those just as kind of a general Facebook update for, our adult campers and probably a lot of your parents. Just sort of a hello from Ironwood, and those are the pictures they posted. So I know some of them are for sure recent. I think they're all recent.
Well,
I don't know.
either way, the chickens will
Yeah.
still be there. So
They will,
The
and
chicken.
they are producing tons of eggs.
Ooh,
Tons.
so we will even have even more. I almost called them chicklets, but then I realized they're just chicks, and that's a chicklets. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun. I'm excited to see the animals again. I love animals. So then we have our next one is titled. Yeah, they squawk at me too, Danielle. I see that. Yeah, that's just how it goes. The next one I have titled is Horse and Donk. So we have a horse, and of course, I'm guessing this is this Faith? Is that
No,
pictures
it's
of Faith?
Alice.
Alice. Oh, this is Alice. Okay.
Alice is the mini donkey.
Yes. So we have.
Faith is a mini mule.
Oh, yes. I forgot there is a difference between a horse and a mule. I always get them very goofed up, and that's unfortunate. That's on me. But here they are, just hanging out, and a horse getting way up into the camera. So very cute. We love animals. So we also have some pictures of Clyde next. And to go along with this, Grace, you're not going to be able to hear this because it doesn't transition through your speakers. But for all the rest of you who are listening right now, they're... Oh, boy. Do you want to give context behind this, Grace?
Sure.
Okay.
So, Clyde has become, at least for the 2020 season, our official mascot, who is gonna kind of tell everybody about Ironwood. And if you've never heard Clyde talk before, Clyde now has a voice. And so there is a radio ad that was made, and in the comments, tell me if you can figure out who. I mean, the voice is Clyde, obviously, but if you know who
Voice is
Clyde's
Clyde.
voice,
Yeah.
see if you can figure it out. So without further ado,
Here we go.
the voice of Clyde.
Let's roll the tape.
I'm Clyde, the spokes camel for Ironwood Springs. Stoked for young humans to come out for day, overnight, and horse camps this summer. Kids, teens, adults, and families, there's something for everyone at Ironwood Springs, like our military or autism family camps, or our grandparent camp, and camps for folks with physical or cognitive challenges. Seeing all those smiles puts a groove in my hooves. Get the 411 at ironwoodsprings.com. You can even ask me what day it is. I get that all the time.
Oh my goodness. I never had actually listened to that all the way through. Groove in my hooves. I don't know what to say. It's beautiful. Yeah, it was better than I imagined too. Thank you, Reagan. Wow, okay. It was beautiful. I am 100% down for this. So, all right. Let's see. What's up next on our...
So, did you show the Clyde selfies to go along with
Yes,
our...
that was in the background. That was in the
perfect.
background. So they can imagine Clyde's face as you see his tongue sticking right up to the camera. So very, very, very beautiful. What's okay? What do I have next? Oh, the pillow
Community
forts.
highlights.
Yeah,
Oh,
community
yeah.
highlights. Oh, no, wait. Oh, one more thing before we get to the pillow fort challenges, because that's important. Yes, Jesse, you are the winner. You are correct. It is Tracy. So you've won the challenge. Ding ding ding. There's not really a prize, but you win my love and affection, and I appreciate you. So we have a video of a newborn foal, right? Grace, do you want to give like some context behind this?
Yeah. So for our community highlights today, one of those is the little, we're going to have to get our horse people on here and explain this better, but it's either a foal or a colt. But Naomi, not last summer, but I think pretty recently was one of our equine people in the barn. And so you might have seen her at horse camp, or if you did horse track, you'll recognize her. And she and her mother recently just helped birth a baby horse and have been posting some pictures on it. And so we're excited for Naomi and her mom because they have a super cute new baby horse, and we thought we'd share it with you guys.
Okay, let's see. Let's get that put up right here. We got the video.
Hey, baby. I'm out.
Cute little horse. I think we have we got a picture to go with it. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
I'll transition over to it. Yep. So there we go. There's the picture. We love baby horses. So that's about all that is for that. We have "It's So Cute" from Danielle in the comments.
It is so cute. And I mean, it's fitting that another one of our community highlights is drawing attention to FFA.
Ah, yes. David, no,
So-
you can't name the horse, but if you want to give a suggestion, go ahead in the comments. Yes, FFA. Do you want to talk about that, Grace?
Yeah, so the reason that I thought I'd draw attention to this, first of all, we have a number of campers. In fact, Maddie is a member of FFA. We have a lot of people in the Ironwood community who are part of the Minnesota FFA and probably Iowa FFA, but we are in Minnesota. So the Minnesota FFA, and they actually do their Green Hand Camp at Ironwood every year. And fun fact, it's one of the only youth groups, one of the only youth programs that we allow to do their camp in the Miracle Lodge. So yeah, I saw the president, Leif Arsvold, who's, the Arsvolds are also familiar with Ironwood, started, and the rest of the FFA members, a weekly show. So if you're part of FFA and you haven't seen that yet, Or if you just want some entertainment, that's a really cool thing to tune into. It looks like they've done a really good job, and
Yeah, I'll just throw
all
that up
those
on the
kids,
screen really quick.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
you
those
guys can
kids
see
do
it.
some, yeah, they do some really cool projects. Um, and if you want to learn more about horses or gardening or agriculture or what that little thing on a chicken is called, your FFA people are good are good ones to ask because they're the ones who know this information.
This is
So
true. Yes.
check it out.
That's I think our last news for Ironwood News. I don't know if there's a good way to
That's
end the news segment. So
Yeah, I mean, that's community highlights. Oh, another thing I figured I'd have to share. So it was my birthday recently,
oh, okay.
and I wanted to share what was going on with me for that by showing you the card that my niece and nephew sent me,
Oh boy.
and it's making me really happy. So am I
Okay, let's
up?
see it. Yeah, you're
Am
up
I
right
up?
now. Yeah, you're
Okay.
up. It's it looks a
It's
little like Charlotte.
I know. It just made me. So
That's
for
so
community
wholesome.
highlights, this is what's going on with me. Is that this was probably the best birthday gift I could have ever gotten, and of course, it is signed by my nieflings. I call them nieflings because there's no gender indiscriminate word for both nieces and nephews at the same time. There's no one word.
Hey, just got to make the
So I
most of
say
it. Yeah.
nieflings.
Kneeflings.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is the part that I think a couple of you have been waiting for. It is now time to get to the pillow forts. So, I've seen a couple of the people who have submitted the pillow forts in the comments of the video. So, which one do you think we should start with? Let's start with Reagan's. I think I'm going to do
let's
that
start with
first.
Reagan's.
Yes. So I'll throw that up right now. So here's Reagan's fort on the screen. So we can see that. This is pretty nice. We've got a couple blankets. It looks like it's made of about 4. It covers partly the TV, so you could watch about half of the TV inside of the fort. Very nice. It has the twins. We love Minnesota Twins. The twins are phenomenal. It looks like it has a little interior decorating too. Very spacious. I could probably roll underneath that. I would give this a blanket fort out of 10. So now we're going to
a blanket fort out of 10.
Blanket fort out of 10. So then we will go on to the next one. I think we're going to do David. We'll do David next.
Yeah.
So
do it.
All right, I'm going to throw David's up there. David's got a little video giving us a tour of his fort. So here we go. Check it out. It's David.
Hello, Ironwood Online. Here is my pillow fort. Here is the exterior, right in my living room. Very cozy, very homey. Let's go inside, shall we? Hello there. As you see, we have this lovely beach chair. Yes. So we have lovely lights here with the TV and the Xbox, so I can game in here. Have some lights going on up here. And we even have a microwave here that I just made some nachos in for me to enjoy while playing some Minecraft here. Have some pillows here, and yeah. I love this fort. I love the fact that I can watch a movie in here or make a bowl of nachos. Yeah, let's do some gaming.
Well, there you have it. That's David Shelby's pillow fort. Very beautiful. I would have never thought to include a microwave in a pillow fort, but honestly, really a necessity if you're going to be doing a pillow fort, in my personal opinion. You can't really you can't stay in a fort if you don't have food. I never thought about that one. So
Gotta get those snacks.
gotta get those snacks in. I'm just jealous that he didn't share the nachos with me. So everything else is fine though. Next up, we have Danielle, who has a video also giving us a tour of their pillow fort. So are we ready to roll the tape? Here we go. Let's see what Danielle has for us.
Okay, hello guys. This is Danielle and Dylan's blanket pillow fort.
Yeah.
It's really ginormous, as you can see. We spent a lot of time on it, and it also took a lot of furniture and blankets and books to build it. All right, so we'll give you a tour of the inside. This is the entrance. As you can see, we have all the necessary items. We stocked up on toilet paper and sanitizer. Also had those tissues, you know, that's the important stuff. All right, so we're gonna crawl on inside. And this is kind of our hangout area. This is like the living room. We got a fireplace. It's not a fire hazard. We got bean bags, our lantern, and even a pillow pet. And we have an overhead light because we're up to date on the latest technology. Just in case we have to do homework down here, you know. Dylan, do you want to demonstrate what you do in this room?
Laying technique.
That's the best laying technique for
Position 1.
just hanging out.
Position 2.
That's for if you want to be really close to the fire. All right. So the cool thing about this lantern is that it can roll. So we're gonna take this hallway over. As you can see, we got some nice fluffy pillows over here. So if you want to take a nap along the way, you know, if you get tired walking down the hallway, you can just lay down right there. This is the game room. So we have a game of chess going on, and then we also have some basketball for all those ballers out there. And then we have a chair that functions as both a chair and a wall. How cool is that? I mean, this is like the latest invention here. All right, now we're gonna keep going down this endless hallway, and this is our window. As you can see, we have it decorated for Christmas right now, but these are just the blinds, so if we open them up, you can see it's artificial daytime outside. And yeah, we'll continue along our way. We got more pillows here for optimum comfort. And then we get to the workout room. We got our yoga mat here and our 5-pound weight. So we can do some bodybuilding and also be at peace. Really find our zen. And we got those yoga blocks for the experts out there.
And a mat.
And another mat. You might have to do some building on to fit both mats in here at once though.
Oh yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna come back to our original spot, the hangout spot. So as you can see, our house is very circular, and it works really well because you can't get lost in it. Just with one room and an endless hallway, we're all set. And this is how we spend our quarantine. Dylan, any last thoughts?
Not really.
You hope you like it.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Wow. That was impressive. I didn't watch that video all the way through because I kind of wanted like live reactions. Like that was incredible. I am blown away. You all did really well with this. Like I am thoroughly impressed. This is phenomenal. I'm very glad for all of you who participated. Thank you so much. You guys really make this awesome, giving us content to show, and we are so excited to see what you guys are up to this week. So Grace, do we have a winner?
Yeah, we do have a winner. I mean, I have just witnessed the most epic pillow fort I've ever seen in my entire life. And so Danielle and her brother Dylan, you guys are the winner of this week's competition.
Woo!
And will be entered into the drawing to win your $25 Amazon gift card. So
Awesome.
Nice work, you guys. That was insane. Good.
You guys did do a really good job. I'm very proud of you.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, thank you to all that participated this week. In fact, I think now it's probably a good time to announce the challenge for next week, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's pet videos, right? Is this correct?
Yeah, pet video or pet photo.
Pet photo. Mm-hmm.
If you want to do it in video, that's fine.
Anything you want to do. We just want pets.
Yeah.
We love pets.
Yeah. Your best pet photo and it will be judged based on humor,
Mm-hmm.
photographic artistry,
Yes. And cuteness.
and yes, and
Okay,
cuteness.
yeah, there we go.
But if you have like a pet snake or something,
Yeah,
that's
it's
okay too.
snakes can be cute too. It's
Yep.
all different categories. It's all
Right.
balanced. I
Or maybe,
promise.
yeah, or maybe you don't have a pet. That's okay. You can submit a pet rock.
Yep, that's what I will be doing. I do not have a
You
pet, so if you have a chia pet, you can grow
a
one of those.
chia pet.
Yep, one of those
Yeah.
things, a little grass hair. Get
Or
creative. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Or we were saying if you have a stick-on googly eyes, you can make anything a pet.
Yep. Or if you have a
So
duck that lives in your yard, that can be your pet too.
that can be your pet.
Whatever if you believe it's your pet, it can be your pet. I
Yes.
believe in
So
you.
yes, your best pet photo.
Yes. And you can submit that once again. You can see down below. We have the Instagram and Snapchat are at Ironwood Youth. Feel free to message us those. And we will get those in the next one. So you could make an appearance on the legendary Ironwood Live with yours truly and with Grace. So I think that just about wraps up everything. So
Yeah.
do we have a quick Devo with you, Grace?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, just to close this out, I wanted to do a quick word. And something that I wanted to talk about, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning, is acknowledging some of the realities that come along with being in this quarantine, in this stay at home. Um, and part of that is sharing. I'll share with you a little bit of what I have been experiencing. And this isn't all the time, like doing the Ironwood Online and seeing all the stuff that people are doing at home. That really brings me up. As Maddie said, like that is something that really keeps me positive, and that's very important to have those things that keep you engaged, and give you some optimism and happiness in your day. But there are other times where I'd say the words that best describe where I've been is maybe despondent, which means kind of spiritless or lethargic, um, or I would say listless is another word. And if you haven't been forced to study for the SATs yet and haven't heard that word, it means, yeah, just kind of lifeless
Mm-hmm.
or not interested in doing things, just super unmotivated. And I get the feeling that a lot of people have been experiencing those things too. We were chatting with a small group of us the other day, and how some teachers were saying, "Wow, you're doing schooling online every day. You're constantly engaged in all these virtual meetings. When you're done, wow, you must just have so much energy and go do all these projects and rock around outside." And and it's kind of like, no, I get done with one thing on my screen, and then I'm just like Disney Plus, because I'm just
Yeah.
tired. And um and and it's just being in this period of subdued waiting,
Mm-hmm.
kind of can make you feel empty,
Yeah.
or just totally lifeless. And it's hard to square that with also knowing in my brain that that's not God's desire for us, and that's not who God says we are, even in these circumstances. And so, what what I'm not going to focus on right now is giving you advice or saying that that's true, but you just gotta, motivate yourself and do that. I mean, sometimes that's appropriate. There are times where you just kind of have to suck it up and discipline yourself to keep going and keep finding things to do. But right now, I want to look at, what do you do when you're in those moments, or just feeling those moments of blah,
Mm-hmm.
of just kind of emptiness. And and I think that a good biblical example is Joseph, and you can read about Joseph in uh, the very ending chapters of Genesis, but a lot of stuff happened in Joseph's life. It's a really long story. But he was thrown in a pit by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused of a crime, and then thrown in jail. And ultimately, things work out pretty well for him. But I want to look at that piece kind of specifically when he's in jail, because at least the Apostle Paul, when he was in jail, he had like people to talk to and letters to write. I don't think that was true for Joseph. Like he was just kind of in this place where he has no direction, no purpose, there's nothing to do. But the example that we see there is still faithfulness, steadfast faithfulness. And so I want to say that when we're in that place where we're feeling down or empty or lifeless, and we know maybe we should be doing other things, but you just can't. It's just not there. Um, how do you stay connected to who you are in Christ and to your calling as a child of God? And so I think in those moments, you can remind yourself of what does it look like to simply be faithful, like Joseph? What are things, just small personal acts of faith in connection to God that you can do every day? I was talking about this with my husband, and for him, it's just finding who he can extend kindness to. That is a meaningful personal act of faith that you can do that reminds you of who you are and what your purpose is. For me, it's maintaining, being really thoughtful and diligent in how I can serve people right now. What are the ministry needs right now? That's how I remain faithful when all the other means of faithfulness, sometimes, going to church, going to youth group, interacting with people in your school, like those aren't options anymore. And so we have to reframe, what does it look like to be a follower and live into that calling in our lives at this moment. So whatever that looks like for you, I do want to challenge you to just search yourself. Maybe you're already kind of doing it, or maybe you just need to rethink how you're approaching things. But as you are figuring out what this new day-to-day life looks like, what are just some small personal acts of faith? And how are you going to live into your calling to be a faithful follower of Jesus and a child of God? So, yeah, thanks for listening. And that's just what I wanted to share with you today. Know that you are all always on our mind and in our prayers. And whatever comes, we are committed to being here for you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Grace.
Yeah.
So I guess that's about wrapping it up for today then. So thank you all who tuned in. It's good to see you all messaging in the comments. Since I did promise this at the beginning, I will share. David Shelby was the only one who shared favorite camp memory. And David Shelby says, my favorite camp memory is accepting Jesus for the first time in the third grade at Unashamed Camp in 2013 and meeting Noah. Aww. What a sweetheart. I love meeting you too, David. You are a bro. I love you as a friend. So next, I guess we'll see you guys next week. Grace, do we have any preview for what next week is going to look like? Or is it still up in the air? So
just remember pet video or pet photos. We'd love to see your pet photos and camp memories. I mean, now, again, like Maddie said, it's important to find things to kind of give you life right now. And maybe one way that we can, remember who we are and stay connected to God is if you had a really meaningful experience at camp or just a really fun memory that you want to go down memory lane and share, we'll do that on our social media platforms. I'll try to be sharing some things that I remember that people are sending me, and maybe some old pictures or videos that from camp in recent years past. Just to remember.
Exactly.
We all love camp.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so stay tuned on social media. Once again, you can see it right below. We've got Instagram and Snapchat at Ironwood Youth. We will see you all same time, same place next week. Tune in to see more familiar faces. Tune in to see my beautiful face and hear my beautiful voice. But also just to get that taste of Ironwood community again. We love seeing you all here, and we'll thank you. So Grace, thank you for joining me today. And I guess we'll do. Yeah, of course. It's always a pleasure. So we're going to do a brief send-off then. I'm going to be ending the stream very soon. So I just want to thank you all again for joining us. And we'll see you around. Here's a picture of Clyde as the stream ends. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye.